All other governors here, all members of the Executive Council, particularly the man who dragged me here, Mohammed Idris. He was so passionate and committed. He dragged Dele Alake with him to the office. I said, Mr. President, you have to attend the Guild of Editors conference. Right? I'm here. All the former state governors, leaders, members of diplomatic corps, President, Nigerian Guild of Editors, is there another? That was quite interesting. And the esteemed members of the Guild. Our royal fathers, thank you for being here and consistent inspiration to all of us in defense of our democracy and the future of this country. You have always been there patriotically with commitment and valuable suggestions. Thank you, Eminence, the Sultan of Sokoto, the captains of industry, gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. If I look back at the time I first assumed office and the way you all dealt with me, over subsidy removal, quote unquote, the floating of our exchange rate, removing the arbitrage, the corruption in the society, and the opportunity blocked against rentier economy. We should celebrate that one today. That the tunnel of darkness and the headwind of the economy is getting better. It is my privilege to welcome you to the State House. This is for free. It's your house. This year's annual conference of Nigerian Guild of Editors. Your presence here reflects the enduring importance of the media in shaping national direction and strengthening democratic life. I commend the leadership of the Guild for sustaining the tradition of reflection and professional engagement. The theme you have chosen, democratic governance and national cohesion, role of editors, invite us to reflect on the state of our democracy and the way in which public discourse can either strengthen or weaken the bonds that hold our nation together. This conversation is necessary as we continue to build institutions that are transparent, resilient, and trusted by our citizens. Throughout our history, journalism in Nigeria has been more than a profession. It has been an instrument of national awakening. From early newspapers that challenged the colonial injustice to the principled voices that kept hope alive during the dark days of the military dictatorship. And at this junction, I must say thank you, Aremon Segun Osoba. I thank you in that for the commitment, dedication, patriotism, and partnership that we all shared there. The Nigerian press has stood at a critical point in our nationhood to defend reason, dignity, and progress. Many journalists endured intimidation, detention, and personal hardship in defense of the public good. Their sacrifices are part of the foundation upon which our democracy rests today. We honor them not only in memory, but also by remaining committed to the values they upheld. Yet, freedom secured through struggle is not self-sustaining. It requires constant vigilance and reasonable exercise. A democracy is sustained not only by elections and laws, but also by the integrity of the public conversation. This is where your role becomes central and indispensable as last man standing. As editors and managers of the national information space, you shape narratives, you influence public understanding, you decide what becomes national focus and how our collective challenges are interpreted. The weight of that responsibility is extremely significant. It must be exercised with wisdom, fairness, and a strong sense of national duty. Nigeria is a large, as you know, and diverse country. Debate and differences are part of our reality. However, disagreement must never translate into erosion of national cohesion. Criticism, when informed and constructive, is a service to the nation. But cynicism that breeds mistrust and despair can weaken the very foundation of the society we seek to improve. The national interest must always remain paramount. We live in a time when information travels rapidly and widely. Social media has made every citizen a potential publisher. This has benefits, but it also increases the speed and scale of misinformation. Falsehood can take root before truth has time to speak. In such an environment, the editorial function is more important than ever. Verification must be your anchor. Balance must be your principle. And professional judgment must be your guide. I urge you, therefore, to continue upholding the highest standard of journalism. Report boldly, but do so truthfully. Criticize government policy, but do so with knowledge and fairness. Your aim must never be to tear down what we are building together, but to help build a better society. On our part, this administration remains committed to securing our nation, sustaining economic stability, and widening the circle of opportunity for all citizens. The reform we have undertaken have been challenging, but they are designed to place our economy on a strong and enduring footing. We have taken steps to restore macroeconomic balance, encourage investment, and build confidence. The signs of progress are visible in several sectors of the economy. Still, we know there is more work to do, and we remain focused on ensuring that growth translates into real improvement in the daily lives of all Nigerians. However, economic reforms and institutional improvement alone cannot build Nigeria we seek. Nation building requires cooperation, it requires trust, it requires a shared understanding that our future is tied together. Government has its role to play, the private sector has its role to play, civil society has its role to play, and the media has a distinct responsibility to help shape a climate of reason and unity. I ask of you, therefore, to continue to exercise that responsibility with the seriousness and honor. Let us choose clarity over confusion, responsibility over recklessness, and hope over despair. Let us remember that the stories we tell ourselves as a nation and as a people influence the country we become. I've listened to the request of the chairman of the guild. While with the full write-up, noted that the corporate tax relief, part of the reform, VAT exemption for media tax credits, affordable loans from BOI and DBA. Establish development grants for digitization, repeal laws that inhibit press freedom, discuss it now, highlight it if you know. I, as your president, endorsed its proposals. Media and safety data will be our account. Distinguished editors, your work matters. The tone you sent in your newsroom. I watched the tone on some channels recently on Alhambra election. Before the result, you start here, vote to buy. vote buying. Who is selling? If there is no reason to complain, let's be cheerleaders. It's our country. It is our country. We are going to be discussing the value charter from here. What should be worrisome to you is the image of the country you project over the outside world. How well your institution is making effort to build a nation of credibility with integrity that is required. Yeah, we may be poor. Poverty is not going to be our master. We are going to come out of it. Yes, we are challenged by terrorism, banditry, and others. We recognize that. Are we doing something about it? Are we inspiring the armed forces? Are we encouraging them to fight? They put their lives on the line to defend the national sovereignty of this country. It is our responsibility. Take it as part of laundry list of discussions here. Your request is in my pocket. Follow up as I wish you a constructive, thoughtful, and fruitful deliberations. I look forward to the outcome of your discussions. Thank you. God bless Federal Republic of Nigeria. I declare the conference open.